to grasp your inner intuitive nature, a feeling of understanding, a clear or deep perception. Welcome to Insight, where your spirit pioneers, Janet Reynolds and Dee Dee Lovejoy, invoke thoughts and feelings that are meant to enrich your mind, body, and spirit.
Good afternoon, everyone, and how are you? I am Janet Reynolds, your certified spirit medium and intuitive counselor with the help of Blue Feather, my guide, and welcome to our show, Insight.
And I'm Dee Dee Lovejoy of Quintessence Aromatherapy and Crystal Healing. Welcome, everyone.
Today, our discussion is going to be on education, spiritual education. So, loosen up or lighten up and listen, please, because it's going to be good. And our phone number, if you would like to call in, is 727-597-4022. And we do have a special guest today. So, Dee, would you like to tell everybody who our special guest is?
I certainly would. I'm so excited because my friend Jessica Hopes is here today. And she is a practitioner of vibrational medicine. And she's going to tell us what that's all about. And she's going to come in at about 2 o'clock today and play her crystal bowls for us today. So I'm really excited about it.
I'm excited about that myself. I haven't listened to some good crystal bowl music in a long time, and it really has been a long time. Would you like to say hello, Jessica?
Yes, I would love to. Thank you guys very much for having me on the show. I really, really appreciate it. And I'm very excited to play my bowls today.
It's going to be fun.
Yes.
It'll be a treat.
It's very enlightening.
We have a phone call. Would you like to take it?
Yeah, let's take it. Hello, who's calling today?
This is Randy Rahm.
Well, good afternoon, Randy. How are you?
I'm good, Janet. How are you?
I am doing great, thank you. It's been a long time.
It has, and the mountains of Asheville are absolutely brilliant, but your email popped into my mailbox today, and I thought, I'm going to talk to Janet today.
Well, how are you doing? Are you doing great, I hope?
I am. I am. There are challenges, there are lessons, but it's an amazing experience.
I'm glad. You're in the right place to have it, I'll say that. I bet you it's cooled down there, hasn't it?
It has, and I was in Michigan 3 weeks ago and met my birth father for the first time, and in Ohio. So actually, Janet, this is warm weather in comparison to what I was experiencing 3 weeks ago, because it got into the 30s and the 40s, and today it's like 65 here, and it's absolutely brilliant.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Well, I'm really glad that you called in. Do you have a question for us, maybe?
I do.
Okay.
Can I ask about a relationship, Janet?
You can ask. Do I have to answer?
Well, you know what? When you popped in, I was like, okay, I need advice. Oh, look, there's Janet. Janet, there's a man in my life. Do I continue? Positive thoughts on this?
I would say to you, take one step at a time. Yes. I feel good about it. I really do. But what Spirit is saying here is to do it slowly.
Okay.
Okay?
I love you, Janet.
Well, thank you, Randy. And how's your jewelry?
It's amazing. I'm actually going to be in Florida. I'll send you a quick email when I'm going to be down there, and maybe we can hook up and say hello or meet somewhere.
I would love that.
I'm continuing to make it. Site's a little iffy at the moment, but I've let go of perfection. As long as I see people in person and I can create things to help people get through their blocks, then I'm rocking and rolling with it.
Sounds like a plan, girl. Yes, please do call me when you get here. And thanks an awful lot for calling. I just love you for that. Thank you.
I love you too. And ladies, have an amazing day.
I will. Thank you.
Hey,
Bye.
Randy, you're talking about creative blocks. This sound therapy that Jessica is going to bring to us today will help with that. I'm sure it will.
Yes.
You think, Jessica?
Oh, most definitely.
Yes.
Yep. So stay tuned in, okay? All right. That was nice of Randy to do that. Thank you, Randy. Okay, we're going to be speaking about education, spiritual education today. So I always look up my information on Wikipedia because I really do love that. But I see that Dee has some good stuff on spirituality. So I was going to say, would you please like to start?
Well, let's hear what the definition is of spiritual education. I mean, between us, I think the description of the show that I wrote, it's going to be on our website, on the Spirit Pioneers website, is saying that we have 50 years of experience between us, and a lot of that has been schooling. So let's just start right off with the academic definition. Just go for it.
There is no academic definition.
Well, it's education. There has to be.
For education, there is, but for spiritual education, Wikipedia has nothing to say about that. Now, I found that very, very interesting. So I will turn the sheet over and tell you what education is.
Okay.
With the help of Wikipedia, education, in its broadest general sense, is the means through which the aims and habits of a group of people sustain from our generation. And that's all they have to say.
Yes.
And that is education. And there's, of course, different kinds of education. So the education that we're talking about today is going to be spirituality,
Yes.
spiritual education.
Yes.
So, and I have had over 30 years of training, and I've had training in many, many different places. So, would you like to start?
Well, what I did when spirituality and religion, it's the differences. If you were brought up like most of us in this country, we are brought up on some kind of religion where you go to an institution of some kind, and there's a person in front of you that is teaching the word. And so there's a set of rules. I don't like the word dogma. It just sounds bad. It seems like a negative word to me, but a set of prescribed kind of rules and guidelines that you are to follow for whatever religion that you have prescribed to. So in that you have teachings. So there's Sunday schools, there's there's camps, there's retreats, all kinds of religious places that you can go to learn whatever prescribed religion it is within these guidelines. Mm-hmm. I think spirituality kind of breaks out of those guidelines and it becomes more individual. So your learning is very personal. It's not with a set of guidelines. So you kind of can choose without restraint what you want to learn at any moment. So you can say, I want to learn about inner peace. I want to learn about meditation. I want to learn about who God is. And you can do it at your own pace, and it's a really personal relationship. So that's what I wanted to bring to the spiritual education. So like what we have done, we started out as children or in our adolescence, going along or doing what our parents had taught us. And I think as we got to be adults, we kind of broke out of that mold and start to learn more and more and pick things that we want. So I want to learn about mediumship and channeling and Reiki and crystal bowls and shamanism and all these different things. It's all spiritual education.
That is definitely not anything that my aunt recommended to me.
No.
So, but in all honesty, when I came, I've always known about spirituality, education. So when I moved here in 31 years ago is when I really applied it and put it to good use, mm-hmm. and learned about meditation, mm-hmm. and all of the different, I'm going to say, phenomena that we can learn.
Okay.
Okay.
Another thing that I saw when I was just fumbling, doing some research, is that someone described religion as let me get it right, as the surrounding part. Spirituality is the nucleus, mm-hmm. and religion surrounds that. But in the center of it, of this atom, is your spirituality. That's the core. So if you think about it, that core can go anywhere, can go to any religion. You still have your spirituality, and that core is still your personal relationship with Source.
So what we're saying here is spirituality isn't necessarily religion, but
No,
it is
no.
religion around us.
Yes.
Yes.
It could be,
Yes.
or it doesn't, but it doesn't have to be.
No.
Yeah. What do you think about that, Jessica?
I agree with that. I think that spirituality is just amazing, and anyone can be a part of it. I think sometimes when you get into religion, sometimes people feel like they're kind of, like you said, kind of boxed in into
Yeah.
something and maybe not able to explore. But you could also have spirituality and bring it into your own religion.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I agree.
Oh, there it is. I found it. Religiousness means circumference. That's that round thing. I know you guys can see the round thing, the circumference. And spirituality means center. I got it. And that actually comes from the distinct school of thoughts as Osha, a prominent spiritual guru, once said. I may be saying his name wrong, but he can take all that's what he said. I really like that, and maybe I'll write it and put it in my studio somewhere.
And please repeat it one more time.
He says that religiousness means circumference and spirituality means the center, and this captures the exact difference between spirituality and religion.
Thank you. That was good. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll have to just thank him.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So tell us, Janet, of some of the places where you were educated in your spiritual path.
What year
What's
would you
the
like to
things?
start?
Start wherever you want. Start at the beginning. How about we start at the most favorite place?
Well, I do have a couple favorite places, but I would like to really tell you to start from the beginning because Beverly Field was my mentor, and that was right here in Tampa. And she is the one that spoke with me and told me that this was something that I really should contemplate doing. So I did. And I had many years of training with her. And she's the one who has certified me, or in the very beginning, as a certified, as a spiritualist. Let me say it that way.
Okay.
Not so much the spirit medium, because it worked into that. Starting out, I was the psychic, but then I worked into the spirit medium. So Beverly Field is the one person that I'm very proud to say had started me in that direction.
Is Beverly still around? Is she still teaching?
No, she's around still, yes, but not teaching, no.
Okay.
But she had a place called the Metaphysical Academy, and it was right on Sheldon Road, and it was really a very, very nice place. So that was my beginning. What was your beginning?
Most of mine was not formal education. It was just absorbing an exuberant amount of books and tapes. And because back then when I started learning, it was the tapes. You just open up this little plastic thing, and there was 3 on this side and 3 on that side, and you just listen to one after the other. But I did have teachers that I followed. Mm-hmm. And Deepak Chopra was one of them, Dwayne Dwyer, Wayne Dyer, Louise Hay. All the people in her publishing group. Deborah King is who I follow fairly closely now, along with Doreen Virtue.
Yes.
So those are some of my the gurus and the teachers that I really, really love.
I like Wayne Dyer. I've met him personally, and he had leukemia.
I heard that.
Yes, but he's cured.
Yeah,
See?
by John of God.
Yeah,
Mhm.
a healer. So,
I heard him. I listened to a podcast on Oprah. And you know what? Oprah is one of the spiritual leaders now. I know she's not claiming that, and you guys heard me say that before, but all the authors and the teachers and the masters in their field, spiritual field, that come on her show and talk about what they do. Shirley MacLaine, back in the day when everybody thought she was a little, out there.
she was my favorite, or she still is my
Yes,
favorite.
me too.
And she taught me with the tape.
Yeah.
Okay, video. She taught me about the chakras, and I mean, I've
Yeah.
learned it throughout the classes also. But I had a tape with her and learned quite a bit on the chakras and how to balance out your chakras every day.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really good. And then one of her last books, I think she might have one more after this one, is Saging While Aging.
Ooh.
Yes.
So
Ooh, I just got a chill from that.
yeah, have you read that one?
I'm actually very familiar with that, and I found out about that book while I was seeing John of God in Brazil. So I had two things similar to both of those authors, and amazing, both the book and John of God. And
Did you get to meet John of God or go
yes,
to?
I
Oh
had
my
some
goodness,
of my
you have
healing.
to tell us about
I
it.
had some of my healing through John of God.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Yeah.
See, I met him in
Yes.
New York, up
Yes.
at the
Yes, been there also at the
yeah.
Oasis, at
Yes.
the Omega Institute.
Omega. Yes, yeah. See, that's
Ah.
nice. He's really powerful.
Very powerful.
Yes,
And
So-
Jessica has a really special story. I know we were going to talk to Jessica later on, but since we were talking about John of God and the gurus and the teachers and education, I know the story, but I'd like you to share it really quickly. You know, what happened to you when you were younger?
I was paralyzed. I had contracted a syndrome called Guillain-Barré syndrome, and it had left me completely paralyzed for many months in the hospital. In about 2 years, it took me to be able to walk and talk again. Internally, I still suffered from my lower intestines being paralyzed and major pain in my body, which is what one of my searches for, alternative healing. But it led me to John of God, and it was just an amazing experience there. I did go to Brazil, and I did also go to New York. And anyone who gets an opportunity, it's a really amazing experience. But not only John of God, but the people that are there seeking guidance or help, they really play a part in your healing. It's just and you can't even think of the words. It's just amazing.
I have a question, and I know you and Janet, since you guys have both hung out with John of God, and I understand he does this for free.
yes, he
Yes,
does.
on donations.
Yes.
And so do you sign up to go? And this is for me and for anybody else that's out there that's interested in this type of powerful healing. If you don't know about John of God, please Google him. But so does he pick people to heal? Does he heal everybody all at once?
Well, I think Brazil is a little bit different from when he did it at the Omega Institute. And being that you were in Brazil,
Yes.
would you want to give us a
Sure.
couple?
When you go to Brazil, you go to Abidjane, which is in Brazil, and you can go actually to a website called friendsofthecasa.org or friendsofthecasa.com. And that gives you a lot of the information, but you get your flight there, and then you stay at a hotel or a posada, what they call it. It's very reasonable. And then everything at the Casa there in Brazil is for donations, except for if you're going to get some herbs, and then that is a prescription. And it is all run off of donations. It's amazing. And all the people that are there all volunteer their time.
Right.
That's beautiful.
I feel that with Omega, of course, I had to pay to
Yes,
go,
yes.
and you had to pay to go. So it is a little bit different.
Yeah.
And they had like 1,500 people there. And I think it was a week that they did have it for. Did you stay the whole week?
Yeah, I was there 3 days.
Okay, that's what I did was
Yes.
3 days.
Yes.
And so that was a cost involved there. And then, of course, your flight up and everything. But you get to stay on the grounds of the Omega Institute if you sign up early. Did you stay on the grounds?
I did not. Luckily, I have a friend that lives about 5 miles away, so I was very blessed by that.
Oh, and you're right, because
Yes.
I went up with some lady friends, and it was we had to get a hotel, so we were in Kingston,
Okay.
and then we drove to Omega, so the Institute. So it was really, it only took us about 20 minutes to get there in the morning, but it was nice. And he's just powerful.
So Janet, since we're talking about education, what did you learn there?
What did I learn there?
Yeah.
Well, I will say this to you. The one thing that was most important to me about John of God was to be there in his presence. That's what I wanted to do. There wasn't classes or anything that we took. It was to be in his presence. And that's That's where I was. I wanted to make sure that I was physically, I'm going to say physically fit or healthy. And standing in front of him let me know, because all I got was a blessing. And I say that, all I got. That was a lot.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
I got a blessing both times. So not so much to learn, but I did learn. You know, you do learn something, but just the environment and just to see John of God the way that I did get to see him in person was a lot for me to learn. You know, I learned a lot from that. That's what I want to say.
It sounds like it would be a really humbling
It was peaceful.
experience.
Yes, very
Yes.
much
You know,
so.
yeah.
Yes.
Did you bring back something with your experience, Jessica?
I did both times, like I said, being to both of the venues, if you would call it that. Being in front of John of God, like you said, you're walking up to him, and his energy is so strong that you don't have to even be so close in his presence.
Mm-mm.
It's just the whole surroundings of
Uh-huh.
everything. I think one of the things that it reminded me of is being in the moment and taking in every little thing that was there, and just realizing that sometimes it isn't about verbal learning.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's about quieting our
Yeah.
mind and learning in other ways by observation or by feeling and energy.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
true. He was really at peace.
Yes.
He was at peace. He has three very beautiful entities that help him, and he was just long gone. He was. That's a good way to say it. He was not present. He was not present.
Mhm.
We got about. Did you understand?
What does that mean? What does that mean?
3
Say
minutes.
it again.
We have about 3 minutes before break. That's what
Okay.
I feel that he meant. Am I right?
Did you just do some hand signals?
Yeah,
in
I was
there,
going. I was
Nolan?
going. Just give me a heads up. We got 2 minutes or 3 minutes till we set up for the bowls.
Okay, so since we're talking about education, I do want to, before we transition over to the bowls, which I'm so excited about,
Yes, thank you.
let's give some information about where you can get some spiritual education here in the Tampa Bay area. What do you say, Janet?
College of Metaphysical Studies
Yes.
is one really nice place to go to learn quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 185-18514, I think, isn't it? The address.
You think Janet spent some time there?
Yes, I have. It's right at Nursery and 19, and it's Barbara Danielle runs the school, and I love it there. I've been there 20 some years. I've been going there.
I'm just going to run through some of the courses that you can take there. It's a really amazing place, and you can take them online or on campus.
You
right?
can do both. Yes, you can
Yeah.
take them online or go to the school.
Clearwater campus classes and event schedule, and there's all kinds of classes, metaphysical practitioner education. Let's see, real quick. I want to use these 3 minutes wisely.
And the one thing that's great is you can actually earn your degree with them. Just there's
Absolutely.
a bachelor and master's doctorate.
Yes.
Yes, and I'm
Yes.
working on that now, and I'm taking classes in pastoral counseling. So I still have a thick stack left to do.
Janet she had to have a wheelbarrow to bring in her certificates because there's so many because she has learned so much.
Yeah.
And so don't forget, if you guys want to call her for a reading now or later, or for you can call me for healing, 727-597-4022. And a brief outline of the courses available: angel studies, astrological studies, critical thinking, mind and energy studies, inner development, shamanic studies, religion and spirituality. And Jessica, where did you learn to play your bowls?
Through Jovita Wallace. She's actually now out in Arizona. Being in Balance is her company.
Okay.
An amazing mentor. Yes.
Yeah. Another place is Camp Chesterfield in Chesterfield, Indiana, outside of Anderson. It's a 114-year-old spiritual camp that you can learn quite a bit there. I spent
Awesome.
2 years there.
Awesome. And then there's just an array of things online, and you just do your research, Find out who you want to study with, and if there's a guru or master of something that resonates with you, try to feel their energy, and that way and ask your spirit guides and your angels if this is what you're supposed to do, is if this is the path right for you, and is this the right class or teacher?
Okay.
Are we ready for the break?
I think so.
You ready, Jessica?
I am ready.
Okay. Hey, Nolan, play our music. Okay. And can you put up that beautiful picture of Jessica? Okay, that's awesome. Thank you.
See how easy that.
Hey, we're back, everybody.
Here we are.
We're back here with Jessica. See, Janet, when you do that to me, I just jump right in.
I know, see? And it's okay. I'm going to jump in right now. Hey, we're back. If you'd like to call in, the phone number is 727-597-4022. Okay, but now please, Dee, let's once more introduce Jessica.
Jessica Hopes, and she's here today. So what we're going to do is we just got a few questions for him. We're going to go real fast because you don't want to miss this, guys. You really don't want to miss this. So if you're someplace where you can sit back and relax, please do that. And if you're not, this is recorded. You can come back and listen to it later. So Jessica, tell us who you are.
Well, my name is Jessica Hope, and I have been a practitioner of vibrational medicine for about 7 years now. My story, as we talked about earlier, was that I was paralyzed when I was 15 years old. Doctors told me that I wasn't going to walk and talk again. I didn't feel that was part of my destiny, and so I prayed and I prayed and I prayed, and here I am, talking and talking.
On the radio, listen to that.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you're walking, too.
Yes, and walking.
Talking
yes.
and walking.
But I had some adversities that I had to get over, and I didn't know how to do that. And so it led me on this wellness journey, which led me to spirituality. I didn't realize that I was already pretty spiritual until actually I started, revealing that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started educating myself a little bit like yourself, just by books. And Louise Hayes was one of my favorites at the time. I could really relate to what she was doing. But also then I started taking courses. At the time, I thought wellness and spirituality was changing your diet, walking, things like that. But then I got into Reiki and energy work and found the bowls. Jovita Wallace, as I was saying, has been my mentor. She's amazing. She healed herself from cancer by this particular format that I play, and it brings yourself from a theta down to a theta state out of fight or flight into a healing mode. And so I was very blessed to work underneath her and very privileged to take a few of her courses. And I've just, ever since then, I've been an advocate for spirituality and wellness. I put retreats together. I work at a day spa called Beauty Integrity Center as the wellness director. And so we bring a lot of things to the area. I've also attended CMS. I love them over there. They're wonderful.
Oh, definitely. Yes. Yeah. You've done quite a bit for
Yeah.
someone so young.
Yeah. 41, and I feel like I'm 18 most of the time. So
Oh, see, that's good. Well, I'm glad you're 41.
I'm grateful that for you and for God's miracle to be shown here today, and what He can do if you just let Him or her or Source or whatever we're calling God work on you.
Yeah.
When you believe. So, and you said you work at 2 places. I mean, I've seen you. If you Google your name, you come up in all these different things, and you have some beautiful photographs out there too.
Thank you. I do a lot of things on the beach. I love the beach. Very drawn to it. Always have been. I work at a center also called ATI. It's Alternative Treatment International, which is a drug and rehab center that they do all sorts of alternative treatments. So I'm very lucky to be there. And I work with a doctor, actually Dr. Rademacher, and like I said, developing different programs for people before and after surgery. So it's really amazing for myself with the crystal bowls. I had this immense pain in my body prior from, after the paralysis. I couldn't get rid of it. And after 5 private sessions over a 6-month period of time, I no longer had the pain in my body. I can't guarantee that for anybody. But I do know that thousands of people I've touched with the crystal bowls, and they'll come back and say, I used to have headaches, I don't. Or, you know what, I now have mental clarity, or I just feel really relaxed. And for me, relaxation in this day and time is amazing. So whatever way that the bowls touch people is unbelievable.
Your mind had a lot to do with that too, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Yes.
So if I scheduled a treatment with you, what would that be like? What can I expect?
Well, there's 2 different ways you could do it. One is in a group form, so people can come together, like I call it a sound meditation. So people can come in. We're in the sound for about 40 minutes. But at the beginning, we do a little bit of breath work. I'll do either drums or rattles to kind of break up the energy, as I call it, get your body ready for it. We go into the sound session for about 40 minutes. And then there's a time of process and integration. And then people come back, and after we just go around in a group and share our experiences, which is amazing. And I have several of those groups throughout the Tampa Bay area, Brandon and Zephyr Hills. In a private sound session, what I do is I do an intake. We find out a little bit of your life, what's going on with you, and what you want to work on. And then I will play the bowls because they are tuned towards all the chakras. So I may play one a little longer or a little less time, just depending on what the person wants to work on. And then at the end, we sit and we talk about where they're at. And I give a little bit of homework. Maybe they have to journal. Maybe they have to go see someone like yourself and get some essential oils. Maybe they need a reading. And so we develop a program specifically for the individual, because I feel that they're just as much of a part of the healing, as what I can do for them on the other side.
Absolutely.
Right.
And I was lucky enough to be in one of your group healings, and it was amazing with all the energy there.
Yes.
And what we felt, and I just felt like a spaghetti noodle after the session. So hopefully everybody will experience that today. What are these bowls made out of?
Well, they're 98.9% crystal, which makes them their own healing in themselves, because crystal, and is its own modality, so to speak. So when people get in the room with them, they already feel pretty energized. If anybody's looking to get bowls, I would just make sure that you get them from a company that's very reputable. There's a lot of people selling them now because it seemed kind of trendy, but also just make sure that they're 98.9% crystal and that you're led to them. If you walk into a store and you don't feel comfortable, they save that energy. So you want to get a bowl from somewhere you feel comfortable with. But they're also crystalline, which we have crystalline in our body. So our bodies can really, really absorb the frequency from the bowls.
Wow. So what are you going to do for us today?
Well, today I'm going to play 3 bowls. Actually, I'm going to play the root chakra bowl. So it'll ground us a little bit, especially for you people that are driving. If you're driving, just, maybe you can pull over. That would be great. But if not, then, just kind of keep as much in awareness as you can. I'm going to play the second chakra bowl to help with your creativity. And then we're going to play the crown chakra bowl, which can help us just to reach up into the higher power.
Great. And after Jessica's done playing the bowls, we're going to give out her contact information. So if you want to set a session with her, you know how to contact her. If you have any questions for her today after she's done playing, the number is 727
597 4022.
Yay.
Yeah,
Okay.
see, I'm paying attention. Fooled you, didn't I?
No, I saw you. I saw you there. I saw you there. You ready, Jessica?
I am ready.
Okay.
I think we'd probably be okay. Yeah.
So I'm going to sit back and relax.
Stop moving around. They can hear you. I didn't know how bad it would be.
No, Nolan, we don't want to be back. I can't even talk now. Can you?
Sometimes it's very difficult, but the bowls they are really really amazing. And I had gone to what do they call that, Great American Teach-In, where they invite you to come in, and they said, "Do you want to work with the first graders or the fifth graders?" I thought, "Oh, I'm not really sure," but I thought, well, the fifth graders, and they brought 40 fifth graders in, and the principal had me bring 3 bowls, just like I did today. I normally play 7, so this is just 3. And within a few minutes, almost the entire class was laying with their heads on their desks, sleeping. And when I played the last bowl, the principal begged me to come in every single day to play for the children. It was really, really neat. So they really responded well to it.
Very calming.
Yes, very calming.
Oh my goodness.
And just bring you right down if you're way up.
Yes.
So thank you. That was beautiful.
Oh, you're welcome.
I really enjoyed that.
Thank you for having me here. I'm very grateful.
Oh.
So I'm slowly coming back. I don't know about you, but the vibration was, it just took me away. And this is what you want to listen to when you're doing meditation,
Yes.
because it kind of takes you out of the normal everyday stuff that's around you and puts you right in the theta state where you want to be to get messages from source, right?
Yes.
So tell everybody how to contact you.
Well, I'm in the process of building my own website right now, so I don't have that yet up, so be patient. But I do work at a local spa that you can get a hold of me, and that's called the Beauty Integrity Center, and it's beautyintegrity.com. They do have a phone number, 813-884-0160. But I am out in the local area. I always tell people, if you'd like me to come out to different places, I do travel. So I go to Key West, I go to New Mexico, I go to Colorado. So if there's a reason to go, I'd love to be there. And we're doing a great event tomorrow. Actually, it's called Beyond Breast Cancer, The Road to Wellness. So we're teaching people how they can not have to feel like you're in your, so to speak, the disease or the sickness, and you can get beyond that, just like I did. I had to take my mind and take it out of where I was, and everyone telling me every day, you have Guillain-Barré, you're not going to have this happen to you, this and that. They were creating my destiny.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to create my own destiny. And so we're going to show people different ways, meditation, manual lymphatic drainage, different things that you can do to help to live your life again every day,
To help
every
your
moment,
body.
and help your body and your
Yes.
mind and your spirit.
Yes.
So it starts at 7 o'clock at the Beauty Integrity Center.
What's the address?
It's 11932 Sheldon Road, and that's in Tampa, Florida, right behind the Outback Steakhouse. So
Hey. Jessica, thank you so much.
thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. And both of you are wonderful people. I've had amazing healings with Dee, and I've known Janet for a long time, and both of you guys in the community are amazing women. Thank
Well,
you so
thank you.
much.
I
Mhm.
appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Okay.
As we're doing, now we're going to go on to, we have some announcements. Jenna, what you got going on the rest of the month?
Well, one
You're
thing
such a busy lady.
Oh, I know. I try to stay out of trouble, but it doesn't always work. No, one of the things that we are doing is Saturday is the Village. You're going to be there.
Is that Saturday already?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my goodness.
I think it's the
Jenna,
20th.
Jenna keeps me on track.
It's a good
with the-
thing. It's this it is the expo. The Parapsychology Expo. God, I couldn't even say it. This is the 7th year that's been going on at the Villages, and it's at 53. Oh, no, it has 53 vendors. Sorry about
It's the
that.
bowls, it's the bowls.
It is. I'm not together
It
yet,
is.
but
Yeah.
it is in the Villages, and you know what? I can't think of the name of the recreation center, so I'm sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen.
It's on your website. It's on my website too.
Yes,
What's your
so-
website?
Yeah.
What's your website, Janet?
I have this effect on people sometimes. Yes.
It's bluefeather.net, everybody.
And I do have a calendar out there. I'm sorry, but my head is just really gone here for a minute.
Yeah.
And I do have an event calendar there, so please click on that, and it'll give you the address to where it's going to be. And there is one new thing that's happening, and that's October the 27th at the Witches Brew up in Old Palm Harbor.
I saw
Leslie's
that in your newsletter.
Yeah, Leslie's going to have the Witch Stock 2012, and that's where the Witch Stock and the Halloween meet. So that's going to be very interesting, and it's an all evening event. It's free, except for if you would like to have a reading, and I will be there doing readings, and it'll be $15 for 15 minutes. And then Fairy and
That's a good price, everybody.
huh?
For reading from Janet, that's an excellent price. So
Well, it is.
if you
It's-
can get out and take advantage of it.
Thank you for that.
do
It
so.
is.
Yeah.
And the other thing is John Springer's Fairy and Earth Festival, and John Springer is going to be
Our special
one
guest.
of our guests.
Yeah.
Yes, and it'll be the last Tuesday in October. He's
I
coming,
have a date for that.
so that's going to be great. And I just got an okay from him yesterday.
Great.
So now, what do you have?
Well, let's see. I have a press release that I'm going to just skim real quick, and this is something exciting that's opening. It's a grand opening, a holistic health haven. It's in Ybor City. It's just there. It's just opened. They have this historic home. If you guys know about Ybor City in the Tampa Bay area, it's one of the oldest cities in Tampa Bay. October 20th from 1 to 8 p.m. The Haven in the culmination of a dream from three distinct individuals from diverse backgrounds, experiences, and education. Historic Victorian House, South Tampa Heights. The address is 400 East Palm Avenue, and I said it's convention hours. Okay, let me get this right. Okay, Jessica, do you and the bowls? Okay, you need to play that grounding one
I'm
again.
glad to know I'm not the only one.
No, it's speech is hard to form right now. It really is.
Mhm.
I bet that'll just take you right out to sleep. But their hours are Monday through Sunday from 8 to 8 p.m. And they focus on maintaining holistic wellness by restoring balance to the body, mind, and spirit. I'm going to be doing guided meditations over there. Hopefully, Jessica will be out doing her crystal bowls over there. So you guys go out and check it out. Russell Fox is your contact. His number is 813-223-4325, and his cell is 813-416-7566. There's lots of different events that they're doing. I know they have a boot camp on Sundays. I'm sorry, on Saturdays, and they do all kinds of different nutrition, clinical. They have an esthetician there. They have massage, physical therapy, all kinds of things to keep you well. In addition to what your doctor is telling you to do, these are some things that you can do for yourselves that don't require pills and shots and poking and prodding and big X-ray machines, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Lake Miona Recreation Center in the Villages.
Yay! Yay! The thought came back.
And
The thought came back.
and the phone number is 352-205-6055. But it's really going
Okay.
to be great. They're going to have 53 vendors. The rooms are going to be just all full. It's going to be, I think, 20 some readers. So it's going to be a good thing.
I'm going, what am I doing there? Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know.
I'm going to take the biomat. If you guys don't know about
Oh.
the amethyst crystal biomat, I'm going to take that up there, and it's really a treat if you haven't experienced it before. Laying on it for 15 to 30 minutes can rejuvenate you and revitalize. It does so much for you therapeutically.
And I can vouch for that or attest for that.
It's awesome.
Yes,
it's awesome.
it's
All
very-
three of us.
all
All three
of
of
us.
us are,
It's- I
are
love it.
biomat junkies.
Yes,
We really are.
yes.
Yeah, I like that, a biomat junkie. I like
It's,
that.
it's a good thing. It's
It
a really
is.
good thing because you're all of this together, and that's why we do this show, is to tell people what they can do. There's a lot of things out there that are to help us heal ourselves, which is what our bodies are made to do.
Most definitely.
Amen.
Okay?
Amen.
And don't forget, I do the meditation classes every Thursday from 7 to 9 at Quintessence. And I have an easier website now. It's oilsandstones.com. It'll take you right to my website. And Jessica, you do a meditation too, don't you?
I do a sound meditation, and I do that. Actually, there's one this evening at the Beauty Integrity Center at 7 o'clock.
At 7 o'clock.
Yes,
And
yes.
give them the address there again.
It's 11932 Sheldon Road, Tampa, Florida, behind the Outback Steakhouse.
Janet, do you have any seances or dream classes or
Mhm.
anything like that? Are you going ghost hunting again?
No, no, no. I do have a lot going on after the 20th, from the 20th on, but it's all house events. I'm going to people's homes. I did have a channeling scheduled for tomorrow night, but it has been canceled, which I'm sad to say, but sometimes things just happen. So I'm mainly working the next 2 weeks.
Okay. And if you want to schedule a
A reading?
reading, a healing, a sound help me out, Jessica.
Meditation's
A
fine.
sound, a sound meditation. Don't forget about the event tomorrow at
Beauty
at
Integrity Center.
Beauty Integrity Center. And that's our time. It goes so fast, everybody. Thank you
Yes.
so much for listening. What
Thank
do you got,
you so
Janet?
Is that what that meant? I thought he was
Yeah.
telling us we had 10 minutes left.
Nolan. I think Nolan was counting at us.
Okay, because I only got 20 after.
Okay.
I don't know.
Let's
What
talk
time
about-
does your computer say?
It says 2:27.
Oh, we got 3 minutes left.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, the only other thing I would like to really say, if I may, is the Arthur Findlay College in England is really a fantastic college to go to for spirituality. That's where I learned how to channel Blue Feather. And they have some amazing teachers there.
And can you take that online, or do
You-
you go to England?
I went to England.
You know,
Oh,
everybody
lucky
can just go
you.
to England, you know,
Oh.
Yes.
and Spain and
And
you know.
yes, yeah, Spain, yeah.
Oh.
But I did go to England for this, and I didn't know what I was going to go learn until I got there. I was thinking one thing and did the other, and that's where I learned how to channel Blue Feather. So it was really amazing. It really was. So,
Where else have you studied?
we can't forget Edgar Casey,
Mm.
ARE. I mean, that's in Virginia. That's another good place, Camp Chesterfield.
What'd you learn there?
Oh, at ARE, regression. Regression.
Ah, okay.
I also studied hypnotherapy,
Do you do much of those? with your
only on
clients?
myself.
Only-
It's really,
I think we just had that effect right there.
it's really unique to sit and hypnotize yourself. You'd be surprised what you can do.
No, I wouldn't. No, you listen to who you're talking to.
Yes, I know. I know. God
Not
love.
us.
That's
Yeah,
great.
so it's amazing. It really is. So, just some really good places around for everybody to learn, and hopefully they'll be able to contact and go and learn.
There's one other place that I would like to mention, if you don't
Go right
mind. It's
ahead.
called Snow Lion, and it's in Taos, New Mexico. Really great group of people. Actually, they're starting up their classes real soon here, and just a really brilliant, great group of people.
What do they do there?
I was just going to
It's a 4-year degree, and you go out there for 5 days at a time for 4 times a month. Excuse me, 4 times a year. And they teach you hands-on, but they also teach you about trauma therapy, sound therapy. It's very encompassing. At the end, just like CMS, you can also earn accredited degree.
Yeah, credits. Yes.
Yes.
That's nice
Yeah.
to know.
Yes.
That's really nice to know.
And boy, it's beautiful in Taos.
Nolan is so funny. If you guys could see him, you know.
I don't know if he means 5 minutes or five seconds. Oh, I think he must mean 5 minutes.
Jessica, you want to play for us some more?
Sure. Well, I was wanting
Okay.
to let you guys know that the bowls are just really, really amazing in their own energy, and vibrational sound therapy, if you get to hear it live, has a different. it goes into your body right there live. Now, if you happen to get a CD, it's very wonderful also. But just know that there is a difference when you're getting a live session than it is when it's recorded. So
I can attest to that because I have the CDs and it's nothing like being there in person. So, and I see on one of the websites that I was looking at you on, Jessica, there your client is on a massage table,
Yes.
and you have your bowls on the floor, and you sit on the floor right there in the room and you play.
yes,
So, and how long does it take a session take?
it takes about.
Okay, go ahead.
The sessions take about an hour and a half, but they usually are in sound for about 40 complete minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Um,
And what do people feel when they come out of these sessions?
they feel kind of like you did in 3 minutes. No, just kidding. Some people are very relaxed. Some people will lay there for about 5 minutes and kind of not know where they are. And then most people will come out and say, I just feel like I got the best night's sleep I've had in my life, because it really
Great.
takes you into that healing mode.
Great, fantastic.
And I know there's times when I need a good night's sleep. How about you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He said to take as much time as we'd like. So would
So-
you like to just take 1 or 2 more minutes and let her do something?
I think that Jessica can play us out to the end of the show. I think that I know I would love it, and I know that our listeners out there, if you have a call, if you're listening, and you want to call in and ask Jessica a question, the number is
727-597-4022.
excellent.
So please call in.
Okay, Jessica, do your thing, girl. Do your
Sure.
thing.
A couple minutes. I want to be able to drive home.
Okay.
Nolan, Jessica's going to play us out. Yes, she is. Say thanks and goodbye.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Thank you.